milk for this. Hey friends, I'm your Auntie Argyle, and I am perplexed, perturbed, pre-incubated, predisposed, and indisposed.
In my eyes, indisposed.
I was about to sleep, and by sleep I mean scrolling through my favorite existential drudgery, social media. I was enjoying my feed of silly little videos when this video came out and was sprung upon me like a tween who likes musical theater.
Oh, I wasn't sad. I just needed a...
No, that's not what I needed. It's actually rather the opposite, and I'm going to share with you the ethical dilemma that genuinely kept me awake for an hour longer as I thought about it. Before I publicly chastise these websites and accounts, I want to preface, please do not send these people any hate. This world is scary and frustrating enough as it is. We don't need to be going out of our way to make someone else's day worse. Now on to the booby bobble.
Oh yeah!
Now, bodily fluid in art isn't a new concept. People have done it before. Gallows used to decorate their areas with hanging bodies. I'm talking Andy Warhol's Cum painting, which yes, is the real title, and yes, there are several.
You gotta be kidding me.
There's also Andres Serrano's Piss Christ, which is actually a sick photo, I can't lie to you, but my boy Serrano needs to drink some water. But here's the thing about these works of art. They're highly contentious, and that's part of the art. It's supposed to be shocking and gross. It creates a discussion and visceral emotional reaction.
My butthole is quivering.
Out of the viewer, which is part of the purpose of art. If that isn't the point of these works of art, then fuck me, I guess. There's also a decent amount of people online who share how they put their loved ones' ashes in lockets and other jewelry, and I think most would agree that that isn't weird. I knew someone that had a vial on their keychain that was the ashes of a loved one. We used to say hi to it.
Oh, hi, Mark.
So why is that not weird? But breast milk is. Because ashes are the person. It's the remains of someone dearly loved, and there is a finite amount of it. It's symbolic of carrying that loved one with you wherever you go. So why is the milk of the booby different? Let's discuss. My first issue with these memory medallions is that they aren't trying to be shocking. In fact, they're trying to be sweet. It's trying to be cutesy. Now, I don't have a problem with public breastfeeding. It's a part of life, and you can't shame someone for doing something that's literally a part of human nature. I can, however, throw some shade towards people who decide they want to make their milk a part of their daily rotisserie of jewelry. But you have to acknowledge the fact it's kind of gross. My second issue with these milk stones comes from the upsetting traditional values that this particular account, loved by the ounce jewelry, promotes. Here's a recent post that says, my husband and I share the load. I breastfeed because he can't, and he sleeps because I can't. Now, I don't think I have to spell out the issue here, but I will. A lot of people who choose to be mothers will say that it's a great honor to have kids, and I think that's true for those people, but there's a historical lack of a male presence in American households. The U.S. Census Bureau states that 1 in 4 children live in a household without fathers. That is 18.3 million homes. I think it's a little early to celebrate the fact that you have to do hours and hours of unpaid labor, and you think that that is the highest privilege in life? Funky Frogbait did a wonderful video addressing the issue with the trad wife trend, which is related to that concept, so you should definitely go give it a look. After this one though, let me finish. The point I'm getting at is that there is a precedent for women to be homesteaders and placing a high value on something symbolic of motherhood while also joking about the fact that your partner has no hand in raising your children. I find that to be hypocritical. My third issue with these titty trinkets is the further social and economic implications of commodifying bodily fluids. The US is a hyper-individualistic capitalist society that thrives on egocentrism and narcissism. And the more one thinks they are higher than others, or the idea that the more materials they have makes them more valuable inherently, encourages consumerist behaviors that encourage a lot of things surrounding you. You're a mother, and that's the best thing in the world! So you should use your bodily juices to buy some jewelry because you care about your kids so much! And this account isn't the only website selling milk-based jewelry. We have sites like Milk and Honey, Mama's Liquid Love, Milky Treasures, which advertises DIY kits for making your own breast milk jewelry. And Keepsake Mom. Not to mention the lists of Etsy shops advertising the same things. We have a bag of milk posted online by Love by the Ounce Jewelry that says, "My sweet boy, we made it 1 year. You and I were so patient with each other as we were learning things together for the very first time. I love you more than words can say, my sunshine boy. Happy birthday, Love Mom." I would rather my mom say that we were going to be shoveling cow shit than learn that the piece of jewelry that she gifted me since I was 1 year old and have been wearing ever since was made of her titty milk. You don't need to give him more titty milk. He's 1. He already has plenty. And then the caption is even worse. It's glorifying motherhood to sell their products. It reads, "Breastfeeding is a beautiful dance that you and your baby share. It's a tender, intimate moment where you are both trying to figure it out together. In those quiet moments, as your baby nestles against you seeking nourishment and comfort, you feel a deep connection that words cannot capture, and yet we're fucking talking about it." The way your little one instinctively knows how to latch on and nurse fills you with awe and love. You watch and wonder as your baby's tiny hands reach out to you, their eyes locked on yours in pure trust and dependence. You provide the nourishment and support they need, and in return they give you the most precious gift of all, their love. Through the challenges and triumphs, the late night feelings and sweet snuggles, you are constantly reminded of the beauty and magic of breastfeeding. It's a dance that you and your baby are learning and perfecting together. A dance of love, trust, and pure connection that fills your heart with joy and gratitude every day. Now that could be a sweet gesture. If it was written on a blog post somewhere, just write your kid a fucking birthday card. Don't give them your titty milk. It's just a meticulous cycle of hyper-individual consumerism that sucks the teat of narcissism so that you value what you can provide over who you are to your child, and the cycle continues. We're ignoring the fact that breastfeeding isn't indicative of being a good mother. It just means that you have the capacity to breastfeed. This kind of content excludes mothers and foster parents who can't produce milk or breastfeed, and that probably makes them feel worse about their connection with their child when in reality it isn't truly symbolic of your capacity as a mother. So the whole concept of breast milk jewelry then becomes void of meaning and null, and the tradition spread and the milk oozes everywhere, and boobs and egos are getting bitter and my balls itch.
Can you fart so hard your balls explode?
I don't think breast milk jewelry within and of itself is a bad thing. It doesn't hurt anyone. It isn't socially harmful, but it is insidious. It takes advantage of mothers clinging on to their identities. Or should I say, identity. I'm less concerned about the jewelry and more concerned about the hands that feed them. Because after all, we can't bite the nipples that feed us. Thank you for watching. And this account isn't... I just spilled my fucking Dr. Pepper all over my... God damn it.